welcome back to Naturally Nija. How y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing well, feeling blessed, feeling amazing whenever you are watching this video. And if you are not feeling the best, I am sending you so much love, light, positive energy, okay, in hopes that your day gets better, in hopes that things get better for you in general, because they will, period. Manifest the good energy, okay? Okay, so as you guys can tell by the title, today I am going to be talking about the false divine feminine. If you watched my false divine masculine video, then you know I mentioned that I would be making this video because, hey, over here things are not a one-way street. Okay, there's false divine masculines and false divine feminines. Okay, we see them every day, and you know, it's really no shade, it's really no tea to those false individuals. Everybody is on their individual journey. Some people it takes some people a little more time to tap into the true femme, the true masculine, okay? And of course, give them that time, but I am here to point out and to expose, or just show you guys, explain to you guys, tell you guys what to look for in a false divine masculine or a false divine feminine. In this video, we're talking about the feminine, so if you want to watch the masculine, go check out my channel. I posted it a while ago. And yeah, okay, so just to get into it, when I think of a false divine feminine, I think of a feminine that is ultimately just too much in her masculine energy. That's quite literally what a false divine feminine is. If we were to just summarize everything, it's just a feminine that is way too much in her masculine energy. You know, masculine energy is very action oriented. It's strategic, it's logical, practical. You know, that's masculine. And with feminine, it's very sensitive, intuitive, all about flow, all about connecting from the heart space when it comes to every aspect in life. You know, that's feminine. So yeah, a false divine feminine would just be a feminine that is in her masculine, or in their masculine, whatever the pronouns may be, okay? It's not gender specific, masculine or feminine. Take it how you please, place it where it needs to be placed, and yeah. Okay, so with the false divine feminine, this person will have a pretty hard time connecting through their heart space. A lot of how they connect, a lot of how they operate will really be through that masculine, that logical, practical, strategic, action-oriented way of being. That's literally one of the clearest signs to look out for. When you are, I guess, trying to spot a false divine masculine, or if you just happen to come across a false divine feminine, but anyway, or if you just happen to come across a divine feminine, but you kind of sense that something is off, and you're like, this person isn't really in their feminine, this is a false. It'll show, because that feminine will be very much in their masculine, okay? False divine feminines will be very much structured, very polished all the time. It'll kind of give that the feminine, the false divine feminine, is like always up to par. And disclaimer, I am not saying that feminines should not be up to par and should not be polished looking and should not have structure. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you will know when you come across a false divine feminine, their whole life, their whole image, everything will revolve around structure and being polished. Like everything. Nothing can ever be out of place. Nothing can ever be out of touch. Like, you'll know. So yeah, a lot of false divine feminines are very structured, is very cutthroat. They're not in flow, they're not in connectivity, or in connection with their feminine energy. Yeah, the true divine feminine will understand that life is all about flow, okay? Life is all about flow. Life is what you make it. A true divine feminine will operate from their gut instincts, their intuition, their sensitivity, their connection to nature, source, spirit, their ancestors, whatever the case may be. The true divine feminine will not feel the need and will not have to, quite frankly, live a life of so much structure and of so much having to prove this and prove that, because they understand that all that happens to us is alignment, okay? Rejection is alignment. Speaking your truth, and then opportunities coming to you, or you losing opportunities, it's all about alignment. It can be anything in life. The true divine feminine understands that life is all about alignment and connecting with, you know, her higher self, and really reaching that ultimate femme energy, okay, without, of course, being too much in the feminine, because that can be problematic as well, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. Okay. Okay, so yes, just have to put that out there. Oh, and also the true divine feminine understands that in this life we do not chase, we attract. It's like the Empress energy in tarot. The Empress attracts. The Empress allows for things to flow to her. She sits in her femininity, okay, and the manifestations, the abundance, everything flows and happens for the true divine feminine within alignment, within divine timing, okay? The false divine feminine will feel the need to have to rush things, or have everything planned out and have everything structured, and not be in tune with her heart or her intuition, her gut instincts, you know, very much in that logical, practical all the time. And once again, that brings back to my first point. That's very masculine. You know, that's not a true divine feminine. So yeah. The false divine feminine will also be very dominant, very manipulative in their careers, in their relationships. Okay. Side note, I'm watching this show right now called Reasonable Doubt. It's on Hulu. But yeah, it's about this woman, her family. She's a lawyer. And throughout the first season, this woman is obviously in her masculine. Like, she's so much in her masculine energy. Once again, she's a lawyer. She put her career before her family. She put her career before herself. That's a false divine feminine. A person who is feminine but takes their career and uses it as, I don't know, like, it's basically their whole life revolves around their career, and they become very dominant and manipulative, and maybe even gaslighty in their career and in their relationships, not just romantic relationships, partnerships, friendships, family relationships. Very much in control, not very in her flow energy, okay, not vulnerable, not willing to listen to anybody or hear anybody out. It's all about her. That's a false divine feminine, okay? We see that a lot in our society. A lot of feminines are in their masculine, in that false divine feminine energy, and it's so sad to see. Like, it literally breaks my heart. I do not like to see a feminine. I don't like to see a woman that is so much in her masculine, because when you are in that masculine energy all the time, like when you're on go all the time, that is literally stress building up on your body, your soul, your spirit. And we wonder why men are always so stressed, because, you know, men naturally possess that masculine, and that masculine is that, once again, that logical, practical, strategic, action-oriented energy. And of course, you know, men overexert themselves, and that causes stress, and then them feeling misunderstood because they can't express their emotions, but we're not going to go there. This is about the feminine. When the false divine feminine is too much in that masculine, that brings on a lot of stress, which causes blockages within the chakras, within the body, hormonal imbalances, low libido, low sex drive. It could be anything, you know. Stress really, what Fabulous said, girl, you know what stress do to the body. You know what stress do to the body. Please, self-care. Take care of yourself. Step out of the heavy masculine energies. Feminines watching this video, trust me, maintain balance between that masculine and that feminine. It'll do you so much good. It is not healthy to be so much in your masculine, and it is not healthy to be so much in your feminine either. Okay, it's all about that balance. All right. And to tap into a little bit more about how being so much in that masculine can affect you, it could cause acne issues, rage, depression, sleep issues. You know, it's sad, it's unbearable. You know, nobody should have to go through that. So yeah, you will notice those signs in a false divine feminine. Way too much in the masculine. And aside from the false divine feminine being so dominant and manipulative, whatever the case, in her career, all of that energy will manifest itself into burnout. It will manifest burnout. I'm hearing sleep, fatigue, like sleep deprived. It's a lot, okay? And you'll see a lot of times with the false divine feminine, is they view relationships, romantic relationships, as transactional. They'll view connecting with others, with men, whatever the case, as a hobby, a chore. You know, they won't take love seriously because they have that disconnect with themselves. They don't love themselves as they should. So of course it's going to be hard for them. It's going to be difficult for them to genuinely connect with another because they lack that self-love. You'll notice that a lot with false divine feminines. I see that all the time. It's the unhealthy connection to love and to partners and the overall outlook on relationships, you know, very toxic outlook on relationships. The true divine feminine will once again be in flow with their partner. They'll mesh with their partner. They'll understand that relationships are about partnerships and working together, building together. It's not about one person doing more than the other. Okay, if you're traditional, that's fine, but in our new day and age, things are changing. Okay. And I view relationships as partnerships. Both parties should work together to build the legacy, build the dream life, dream world that the couple desires for themselves and for their family. Okay, it's not about one person doing more than the other. All right, balance, guys. Okay. Okay. And other than romantic relationships, the false divine feminine will have a hard time connecting with other women. If this false divine feminine is a woman, they'll lack that connection within sisterhood, friendshiphood, because once again, they lack that connection with themselves. And if you lack that self-love, if you lack that connection with yourself, how are you going to connect with others? How are you going to maintain healthy relationships with others when you do not have a healthy relationship with yourself? Okay, so yeah, that's another big sign of a false divine feminine. Okay. And as we near the end of the video, I have 2 more points. Another sign that, you know, you're with the false divine feminine, or that, you know, you've experienced a false divine feminine, whatever the case, is that they will focus more on results than joy in life. Everything is strategic, everything is planned, everything is about the outcome and the results. Nothing is ever in flow. You guys see how I've been using the same words this whole video, because literally these words are so important when it comes to this topic and this conversation. But yeah, everything will be about results rather than joy, rather than just living life. I understand life can get hard. Not everything is about joy all the time. Trust me, I get that. There are light and dark sides. I understand completely. Okay, but if you do not have that balance, if you are not able to, I don't know, if you're not able to cope or deal with the ups and the downs, and if you're so much focused on always getting results and not just about letting things play out the way they're supposed to, like I mentioned earlier in the video, alignment, divine timing, it'll become just insufferable. It'll become annoying, unbearable, you know. And that's another sign of a false divine feminine. Always focus on the results of everything. And last point for this video, there's others of course, but last point for this video, the false divine feminine will be very strategic with their plans and with their conversations. This is the kind of person, this is the feminine that plans out conversations, maybe like jumps ahead and already assumes what you're going to say back, and then they come up with their response like before you guys actually have the conversation. You know, it's very strategic, it's very manipulative. Nobody wants to have a conversation like that. Like, I don't want to have a conversation with somebody who already knows you know, how they want the conversation to end, how they want it to go. It's like, you didn't even give me a chance, you didn't give me the free will to say what I wanted to say or feel how I wanted to feel during this conversation. You know, you kind of controlled the narrative, and you know, it's not healthy. So that's a false divine feminine for you. Okay, I didn't want this video to be too long, but it already is. Oh well. Hope that you guys enjoyed. Once again, there are other signs of a false divine feminine, but I just wanted to give you guys these ones because these ones are the biggest ones to me that I've witnessed, that I see. And yeah, comment down below, let me know how you feel. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Okay, thank you for subscribing. All right, and stay tuned for the content, the videos, the conversations, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.